very own jaw-dropping backyard paradise online at landisbc.com. From ESPN, our man Adam Schefter joins us. Shefty, good morning.
What's going on, gentlemen?
All right.
Big day.
It's a big day. So let's start off right away. For the last couple of weeks, we've been asking you for your gut feeling, your reporting on the future of the Tush push. It's normally leading to the end of the Tush push. Now that we have the exact wording from the Packers that was sent in earlier this week, what's the feeling you're getting on the day of the vote?
Well, here's the one thing there are a couple of things that I would keep in mind here. I do believe there is a belief that Roger Goodell is anti-Tush push for player health and safety. That is the feeling around the league, right or wrong, that Roger is not a fan of the play. So that obviously is working against the play, right?
Sure.
What's working for the play is that I think that the Eagles are going to put up a huge fight, and they're going to have some tricks up their sleeve today. So I don't think that they're just going to take this lightly and accept everybody's decision. I think they're going to mount a very strong argument as to why the Tush push should not be banned. Now, I don't know whether they or Roger Goodell will succeed. I don't know how that's going to come out. You know, usually Roger gets what he wants, but in this particular case, I think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be pretty persuasive. And we'll see how that plays out.
Here's what I don't get, Adam, and we've had conversations on this, and I still can't get to the answer, is why is Roger Goodell so invested in this? There is especially when there's no data about player health, and they keep trotting out that that player safety committee has gotten involved with this, which is nonsense and a lie. It's an absolute lie because there's no data to it. Why is he so invested in this? And if he does get 8 more votes, what did Roger Goodell do to get 8 more votes between 4 weeks ago and now? What did he offer people? Because he had to do something. There's no way that people just change their votes. 8 teams changed their votes. They had to be offered something because something had to happen.
I don't know what he offers them. It's probably, a little bit of bartering, right? Like, hey, I know you're working on funding for the stadium, or, we'll get you the draft in Washington. You vote against it. I'm giving you, I'm making this up, okay? I'm not reporting this. But things like that, things that are interesting to teams. Every team has certain things that they're looking for, right? So, hey, help me here, and I got you on this,
It's amazing, though, to me that he would be leveraging things that he could do for teams just to get this Tush push out. Why is he so invested? I still can't get the answer on that.
Again, I believe, right or wrong, it's a health and safety issue.
But that is we've already proven that to be there's no data, so we can take that off the table.
I know. Hey, listen, I'm not against you. I'm trying to give you the information that you're asking. I would say this. I remember being at lunch with an owner last month, and he was trying to explain why they were voting against it. And his point was, we're trying to get out in front of this before there's a accident because we believe that it's a dangerous play. Now, the data doesn't support it, but I'm just telling you that's the feeling. That's the feeling.
Wow.
Shefty, so you said that the Eagles will fight hard today.
Yes.
Any idea of how that is? Because I imagine, just to guess, it's not just going to be a PowerPoint. Like, I imagine that maybe there's going to be some tough conversations, and maybe there will be some, hey, be a man, damn it, and allow this play to continue. Like, what goes into this sort of debate?
I'll just say this to you in advance right now. I think the Eagles have given a unusual amount of time to think about how they're going to push to defend this play and to argue for it, right? So I don't think they're just going to step in there and start they've really planned this out. They've given it a lot of thought. You'll see. Some of the things will start coming out, okay? they've given this a lot of thought, and they're gonna do everything within their power to fight for the preservation of this play.
I think it's really funny, though, that the Packers, the Rams, the Bills, three of the teams that have been so vocal about this, that they're going to be against it, are all on the Eagles' schedule this year. I'm wondering, are we going to have a little bit of an FU tour from the Eagles this year about this when they meet on the field?
Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes today. The competition committee matters. They start meeting at 10 a.m. Eastern, a little under 2 hours from now. And I don't know when we get a vote, but I'm going to guess a couple of hours after that. That's a guess. So, depending on how heated it is, like, they're not going to want to stick around. They're going to want to get on their planes and fly home. So I'm going to guess this wrapped up, I don't know, 12, 1 o'clock, maybe sooner.
Oh, I'm loving this.
During the Mike Missanelli show. How about
Mike
that?
Missanelli gets to break this news.
We're speaking to Adam Schefter on the Comcast Business Hotline. Shefty, now one of the things that did pass yesterday, unanimously, all 32 teams in favor of allowing players to participate in the 2028 Summer Olympics for flag football. Let's break this down. Why? Because you know how careful teams are with their players, the investments that they make, how much money is being spent. Why are they so for it, the fact that all 32 teams voted for it?
Well, first of all, it's flag football. Secondly, we see NBA players play all the time in Olympic competitions. And do we remember the last time a player got hurt in the Olympics? I don't remember that. Did that happen?
I do not. I just know that Joel Embiid didn't recover fully because of his play in the Olympics, and then we dealt with a crappy season this year.
Well, I think that when we look at what has become one of the most important issues to the National Football League today, I think we all would agree that it is international expansion, if you will, growing the game. We're seeing 7 regular season games played internationally this year on the international schedule. You're seeing teams claim markets. The Olympics are an international sport. They want to get football involved in an international sport. The players want to do it. The commissioner wants it. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay? So when you have all these factors, what is working to go against that happening? Nothing.
I think it's the the unfortunate injury that does sustain. I get what you're saying about the basketball.
Now, to that point, I would say you're right. I mean, there's risk in anything, but you know what? There's as much risk in a player getting hurt in a flag football game as there would be maybe in an off-season training program regimen. I mean, now I happened to be at the Pro Bowl the year when the Patriots' Rookie of the Year running back from Georgia, Robert Edwards, went down on the beach. I think he was playing a flag football game.
Yeah, and that was terrible.
He tore his ACL. It was never the same player, ever. And I guess you could just say those kinds of things happen. Like, they just happen. You know, what are you not going to try to grow the game because of that?
Right.
And by the way, it's 10 total players. It's 10. So it's 1 per team. How many players are going to wind up playing in the Olympics between the U.S. team and the internet? I'm going to guess 20? 20 maybe? Maybe? Playing a flag football game?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we're not going to not do this.
I was just surprised that it was 32-0. Like, that's the only thing that I was surprised by. But I get what you're saying with the, obviously, they're trying to grow the game.
Said Adam, that's the worst 32-point blowout since the NFC title game. I mean, that was very shocking. So
Yeah.
Tell Marjorie that, who's saying that the Commanders are now America's team. So she said yesterday. Marjorie Harris says that they can be America's team now down in Washington.
Well, I think generally speaking, you have to win a playoff game or so before you can be America's team. But okay.
By the way, we have one more question for you because you knew it was coming. Nick Sirianni got the extension yesterday.
That was your homework assignment this week, and you got it done.
Well, I appreciate you nudging me along, and brought the parties together and had them finish off the deal.
Good
job, Schefty.
Good job by you guys, prodding it along. And when you asked, I made a couple of calls. I'm like, right after, it's pretty close. Now, again, it was going to get done. It wasn't not going to get done. It's been close all along. I remember, Jeffrey Lurie at the owners' meetings talking about the fact that it was going to get done. It finally is done. It's done. So they keep him on a multi-year extension. And, I don't think they were very far apart. There were a couple of little issues when you asked that, and they were able to get them resolved with your pushing and prodding.
Can I ask why we don't know the length and the amount of money?
Yep. The length is something, and I think it's wrong. I don't agree with it, but I think that the Eagles believe that they don't want to put that into the universe like, Nick's in the last year of his deal, or Nick's got 2 years left on his deal. They don't want that to be a thing. My point with that would be, don't be so sensitive. We're in the National Football League. The deal is when you don't win, and you don't win regularly, coaches lose their jobs. Who cares how many years you have left in the deal?
That sounds like a 2-year extension then. Because they wouldn't be sensitive if it was a longer deal.
No. Well, hold on. That's interesting because I can honestly tell you I have an idea of the money, but I don't have an idea of the years.
Can you guess the money?
I'm not going to guess the money.
Okay.
Interesting.
Top of market. Can you say being paid amongst the top coaches in the game?
Yeah. He's being paid. He's being paid amongst the top coaches.
Okay, that's
Absolutely.
Good. That's good because I can't imagine being sensitive about saying the years unless it was a shorter multi-year, because multi-year could be 2 years.
Yeah, it could be.
Added to the one he's got.
Yeah, no, you know what? I don't know that. I don't know if it's a 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sure it's not 5. My guess is he had a year left. My guess is they added 3 or 4, but I really don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
I would guess 3 to 4.
That's your next homework assignment.
Yeah,
Schefty.
if you find it out.
You get homework every week with us.
I mean, if I can find out Mike Tomlin's and John Harbaugh's and Andy Reid's and everything like that.
Look, I could find it out with one phone call.
Hell yeah, you can.
I know you can.
Specifically, but I asked, why no years here? And I was told because basically it's not something that the Eagles want out because they don't want to feed into it. They don't want people being on a countdown clock at all.
Okay, so it's a shorter multi-year extension then.
Feels like.
It has to be. It has to be.
Well,
that's the only reason.
That's the conclusion that you're drawing. I could understand why you would say that. That would make sense, but I don't know that to be true.
They too have a stadium they got to build, Schefty.
Yeah, they do too.
Listen, man, we appreciate the time as always. We're going to talk to you a day earlier next week. We'll talk to you on Tuesday.
Tuesday, we will be on about 7:30, 7:40, whatever it is, but I have to fly Wednesday morning, so look forward to going over the results of the Tush push being voted on today.